Blow up at Moscow, Idaho. November 12, 2022. Part 13. Cry Havoc. November 12, 2022. A connection or coincidence? Film by Michael Addario. It was advertised as one night only. 8 p.m., November 12, 2022. An award-winning play titled Cry Havoc. A searing confrontation with the neurosis of war. A story told through the words of Shakespeare, and the raw truth of one man, veteran and actor Stephan Wolfert. The posting read: Free for military, veterans, and U of I students. Limited seating. Forge Theater, 404 Sweet Avenue, Moscow, Idaho. Presented by the Idaho Repertory Theater and the University of Idaho. Cry Havoc tells the story of a young man from a troubled home who finds purpose and pride in the army. Until one tragic moment, a friendly fire training incident, shatters that world. What follows is the long, dark descent into PTSD, and the struggle to reclaim his soul. Wolfert himself is that man. On stage, he becomes both soldier and survivor. Moving between Shakespeare's verse and his own lived trauma. The phrase, cry havoc, and let slip the dogs of war, takes on new meaning. As the play drags the audience through the chaos, the rage, and the invisible wounds that follow soldiers home. Those who attended described the performance as powerful, unflinching, and not for the faint of heart. But it raises a haunting question. Could that performance, that emotional storm on the night of November 12, 2022, at the Forge Theater, have triggered something deep within a veteran still battling PTSD? And if so, could that storm have carried just 3 minutes down the road to 1122 King Road, where, in the early hours that followed, 4 young lives were brutally taken in their sleep? Stephan Wolfert served in the U.S. Army as a medic. Both Brent Lee Kapaka and Detective Brett Payne served in the 82nd Airborne Division, though on different tours. Payne would later become the lead detective in the Idaho 4 case. Did these brothers in arms know each other? Did either man, or both, attend the November 12, 2022 performance of Cry Havoc? And was Brian Koberger there that night? Brent Kapaka suffered a traumatic brain injury, TBI, in Afghanistan that led to a 16-year battle with PTSD. On August 29, 2022, Pullman police body camera footage shows Brent Kapaka appearing disoriented and making incoherent statements, claiming that his ex-girlfriend's sister's brother was trying to harm him. This episode between Kapaka and the Pullman Police Department ended peacefully. Approximately 1 month after the Idaho 4 murders, Pullman police were called again, this time to Kapaka's apartment, after reports that he had threatened his roommates. Pullman police said that Kapaka refused to leave his apartment and fired a gun, and they were then forced to shoot him. That night, Brent Lee Kapaka lost his life. Epilogue. On October 29, 2025, I spoke with Cry Havoc creator Stephan Wolfert via Zoom from his home in Prague, Czech Republic. Wolfert and his wife Dawn were in Moscow, Idaho, on November 12, 2022, for his final performance of Cry Havoc at the Forge Theater, which stands less than 3 minutes from 1122 King Road. Before my interview, no one from law enforcement had ever reached out to Wolfert about that night, or about anyone who might have been in the audience. He had not closely followed the Idaho 4 case and did not know of Kapaka's death a month later. They left town close to 2 a.m., taking an Uber to the Pullman airport. With the main road was blocked, forcing the driver to take a longer route. Wolfert recalled that the night felt off, though he could not say why. He said he does not remember meeting Brent Kapaka or Detective Brett Payne, both of whom had served in the 82nd Airborne, who might had seen his play. And after more than 500 performances, that evening marked the end of Cry Havoc, a play drawn from his own service and trauma. And the feeling Wolfert described, the sense that something was off, still echoes as the lights fade.